Welcome to our podcast series for 2011. We trust you enjoyed the podcast series for 2010, and today we travel to New South Wales, where Peter Flint, the head of our New South Wales Office Services team, is joined by Will and Steve from our Parramatta office. Today they'll be talking about the Parramatta office market. We trust you enjoy today's presentation.
I'm joined today for our discussion by Steve Panayiotopoulos and Will Tong, who together comprise CBRE's leasing team in Parramatta. Today we're going to discuss the Parramatta leasing market in the light of recent activity and try and find out what's really happening in Sydney's fourth largest CBD. The PCA numbers tell one story, but the reality is starting to bite. It's now smaller than Macquarie Park, vacancy is at 9.2%, there's no new supply this year, and it's a market dominated by the government. The state election will also likely see a change of government this year. Steve, how do you see it?
Well, Pete, first of all, we have to look at the real picture about the vacancy rate. Even though the total vacancy in Parramatta is 9.2%, in reality, A-grade vacancy is less than 1.7%. Therefore, the majority of the vacancy is in the B and C grade assets. A-grade demand remains strong, and we anticipate A-grade vacancy to continue to decrease due to the lack of quality supply available in the market. Most tenants that we've surveyed recently have a strong demand for a quality office space in a convenient location that has a sound environmental rating and are prepared to pay the freight should the space be available.
Assets that will be successful this year will be good quality buildings where capital investment has been spent to upgrade the services and environmental rating to a minimum 4-star NABERS energy rating. The government sector is a major occupier of space in Parramatta, currently occupying circa 40% of CBD. We may see a change of government in the upcoming state election. However, we believe government demand for Parramatta will continue to be strong, and there will be a big influence in shaping the Parramatta office market in the coming years.
Okay then, against this backdrop, the Leighton Grosvenor joint venture seemingly managed the impossible last year. Eclipse Tower at 60 Station Street secured over 17,000 square metres of pre-commitment tenants, which allowed them to commence construction. In fact, excavation is now complete. How did this happen?
Pete, it comes down to an excellent design with a real market appeal. We focused on a pre-lease campaign targeting specific users that would benefit in relocating and growing within Parramatta CBD. The campaign was successful and completed within a 9-month period. Our team has excellent knowledge of the market, and we were able to educate potential tenants on the benefits of Eclipse Tower and the Parramatta CBD. We achieved a fantastic result for our clients.
Okay then, what does Eclipse mean for the rest of Parramatta? Do you think it has exhausted the Parramatta market's appetite for any more new buildings?
Well, it's great news for the market. Pre-commitments are very rare, especially in Parramatta, so it's really positive news for the growth of the city. The fact that the 2 anchor tenants are not government related in any way endorses this.
It's definitely not the case that the first building in this new phase of construction will be the only winner. We believe there's enough latent demand to support another major tower. And remember, the vacancy rate for A-grade, where majority of the demand is really less than 1.7%. There's no way they can all fit into Eclipse.
The entire 25,000 square metre building will likely hold 4, maybe 5 companies, which leaves many tenants still searching for upgraded accommodation.
What about the likelihood then of a speculative construction in your market? There are obviously a couple of key sites there. How do you see that playing out? How should a tenant in the market for, say, 5,000 metres view Parramatta?
Opportunities for businesses in Parramatta are excellent, considering the demographics of the workforce available in this area, in addition to the excellent transport, infrastructure and amenities. Corporations recognise this potential and are creating demand for good quality office space in Parramatta CBD. Therefore, we believe a speculative development of a good quality building in today's market will achieve excellent results. However, most of the key development sites in Parramatta require a certain pre-commitment level, which is difficult to achieve from only one tenant. Don't forget that the government will not pre-commit to developments.
With the recent activities of Eclipse Tower and the promotion of Civic Place development, these are sparking new interest from investors and tenants, which is great news for Parramatta as a whole. Since no new stock will enter the market in 2011, a tenant of 5,000 square metres should be looking towards securing an opportunity in 2012 and beyond.
Steve, Will, thanks for your thoughts there. It looks like Parramatta will be the place to watch over the next 12 months. That concludes our podcast for New South Wales. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching today's presentation. Next month, we're off to Victoria, where Hamish Sutherland will give you an overview of the Victorian market. Have a good day.